Congressman Tom Rokita of Indiana serves on the Budget Committee. He's a member of the Republican Study Committee. Congress, it's great to have you with us. How do you feel about the fact, first of all, that no one seems to be able to move this administration to release those enrollment numbers?
Well, I find it absolutely appalling and unacceptable. I'm going to show you, Lou, right here.
Right.
8 letters from my district in Indiana alone representing people who've had their insurance canceled. So that 8 is a larger number that I can show you here tonight than the government can show that has signed up for Obamacare across the country. So it's absolutely ridiculous, especially in the IT world. I mean, there is no better, more transparent way to get accurate numbers quickly than through a website where your strokes are recorded, information is kept. It's not supposed to be a paper system. It shouldn't be that hard. I think they're hiding something.
Well, it turns out that the House Oversight Committee has demonstrated they were hiding something about the first 2 days at least, a total of 200 enrollments. And an overwhelming number of people who are enrolling are going, as we've just shown there, to enroll in Medicaid, not Obamacare. And this is absolutely disruptive of the model that Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, is based on.
Right. Well, it's one of the reasons why this is one of the most insidious laws ever devised. Of course, insidious being deceitful, deceptive, a lie. It says that it's supposed to be more affordable. It says that it's supposed to empower the consumer. And really, you're trapping more and more people, as you just indicated, by the tens of thousands into a government program. And when you're involved in part of a government program, the government can control you. And in this case, what kind of health care you get. And that's why this is so bad. And the Democrats even admitted that. Now, President Obama hasn't admitted that to us yet directly, but Harry Reid has. He said Obamacare is a step towards what he calls a single-payer health care system. Now, what does he mean by that? Where the government pays. And when the government pays for your health care, they get to decide what kind of health care you get, how much, etc. And that means they're controlling your life. When they can control what kind of doctor you see, if you see a doctor at all, how much you get, if you get a surgery or not, they're in control of you. And that's why this is such a bad law. And that's why a lot of us have been fighting at every opportunity we can, Lou, to get this law defunded, delayed, whatever D word you want to use. The R words are repeal, and we'll keep using every opportunity to try to do this because it's so bad.
Well, a couple of things. It looks like that the Obamacare itself has been a better disruptor than the Republicans in assaulting the program, certainly. We are looking at potentially a disaster. We're watching, and those Medicaid numbers, what they reveal is a greater burden for state governments, state taxpayers, massively so, because the ratio was about 9 to 7, what the Obamacare folks had put together. 9 to 7, that is, in terms of enrollments. And we're looking at ratios of 10 to 1 in many cases. That means more cost to states. It means and very few people moving into that younger category, in premium payers who would be supporting older insurance users. It looks like the entire model is falling apart before our very eyes.
Well, it may be. It doesn't mean we can't multitask. You use some other D words like disruptive and destructive and so forth. Even if it does fall on its own, so be it. That's great. It is still expected to cost or add $2 trillion over the next 10 years to our debt. And that leads us to our next big issue, Lou, and that is what to do about this debt, what to do about our deficits, what to do about a budget. And I would just say this, it is okay.
I need to point out that you sit on the super committee, the budget committee that has been created to deal with.
I sit on the budget committee, and I am an ally and a lieutenant of Paul Ryan's, but I'm not on the budget negotiation deal here. I am trying to help him, Paul, as much as I can.
Let me ask you something. Why would Congressman Ryan get involved right now in immigration, and why would he get involved in trying to rewrite the tax code And in point of fact, over such a short time frame, why not deal with as I was talking with Senator John Barrasso yesterday, talking about this, the leadership priorities are to preserve sequester and to assure that no taxes are raised here. Why expand again? It is one of the most baffling things to me that the Republican Party always seems to be inclined to turn potential political victories and moments of achievement into failure. I just don't understand.
Oh,
the
no,
reason.
no. I don't think that's right, Lou. I think Paul Ryan, I see him every day, has his head down. He's focused on this budget negotiation. I don't think there's going to be a grand bargain. I think he said he doesn't think there's going to be a grand bargain. We are focused on not only keeping victories like the sequester in place, but adding to them. Tax reform would be a victory. That would help grow the economy. That would help alleviate our deficits. I'm not about to say that just doing tax reform will solve our debt and deficits.
But you don't have the
it
time
is
to do
part
this.
of the mix.
We're sitting here looking at, we're watching the CR.
Well, I don't think Paul is saying this is all going to happen in the next 50 days. Or I don't speak for him, but we are focused on trying to get a budget done. And when you don't have a budget is when you're in this what we call CR land, this continuing resolution land.
It's the land you folks have peopled CR land for a while, not your fault. Rather the Democrats.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying. It goes back to what I was saying earlier, Lou. I mean, it's okay to say no when no is what's required, and we are borrowing from future generations, people who don't even yet exist, so that we can have more on our plate now. And that's what we're standing up against. Now, regarding Obamacare, not only is it a fiscal issue, but it's also, a situation where no is not okay anymore, and we have to have some replacements, and we have to talk about what could be as Republicans.
And Congressman, we're going to have to take that up our next visit soon.
All right.
And because we're way over on time.
Sorry.
I appreciate you being with us, and we'll go into what the Republican plan may be or might be, and we wish you good luck.
See you next time.
You got it. Thanks. Turning to Wall Street, stocks moved higher.